Hello everyone and welcome to my CBS Soaps official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Friday, October 17, 2025. Today on The Young and the Restless, Audra learns of Noah's hospitalization, Billy and Jack make up, and Nick and Sharon struggle with the circumstances of their son's wreck. At the jazz club, Billy Abbott sidles up to Jack at the bar, the room dimly lit with soft blue lights and the faint hum of a saxophone echoing through the air. Billy offers a half-smirk, that familiar boyish glint returning to his eyes. "You're looking at the new and improved Billy Abbott," he says, raising a glass of club soda. Jack chuckles, shaking his head as he takes a sip of scotch. "You've said that before, little brother." "Yeah," Billy admits, "but this time I mean it." They fall into the same familiar rhythm, two brothers who have fought, forgiven, and fought again more times than either can count. But tonight, something's different. The edge between them has softened. Jack admits he might have come down too hard on Billy during their last argument, that he sometimes forgets his brother's heart is usually in the right place, even when his decisions aren't. Billy nods, taking ownership of his part in the fight. He's tired of being the reckless one, the family screw-up. They agree they want peace truly this time. Jack fishes a little, asking where Billy stands with Kane Ashby these days. Billy assures him that the whole going after Chancellor Winter's idea is off the table. "Sally helped me realize what's really important," Billy says quietly. "It's not the business, it's the people." Jack raises an eyebrow at that, surprised by the sincerity. He's skeptical, but he doesn't push. Talk turns to Jill, the ever-complicated mother who always seems to be halfway between supporting and judging them. Jack admits he asked Jill to come back to town so she could see what Kane been scheming, but also because he hoped she'd reconnect with Billy. Billy sighs. "You know, Mom, she loves me, but she's always got one eye on my next mistake." Jack chuckles softly. "She's Jill, but she's proud of you, Billy. She just doesn't always say it the right way." Billy nods, his tone soft. "Yeah, I think she wants to see me steady again, prove I can actually hold something together for once." Jack lifts his glass. "Then let's toast to that, to peace and to second chances." They clink glasses, the sound sharp but comforting, two brothers slowly healing. At the hospital in Los Angeles, Sharon paces outside Noah's room, her arms wrapped tightly around herself. Nick stands beside her, jaw tight, watching Detective Burrows flip through a small notepad. Nick's frustration is mounting. "You're telling me my son was run off the road and you don't even know who did it?" Burrows, calm and detached, says, "We're following leads. There was a witness who came forward. If they hadn't, we might not have found him for hours." Sharon's voice trembles. "If they hadn't come forward, Noah could have died out there." Nick spins on the detective. "So what's the witness's name?" "I can't disclose that yet," Burrows replies smoothly, jotting something down. Nick glares. "Why not? My son's in a coma, we have a right to know." Burrows sighs and changes tack. "Can you tell me why Noah was in Los Angeles? It might help us piece together his timeline." Nick's anger spikes. "What the hell difference does that make? You think this is his fault?" The detective's face doesn't flinch. "We're just trying to understand what happened, Mr. Newman." Nick fumes but eventually scribbles his number on Burrows' pad. "You call me the minute you know something." As Burrows walks off, Sharon looks at Nick, panic in her eyes. "Nick, something about him didn't feel right. Did he even show us ID?" Nick's eyes narrow. "No, he didn't." Sharon's voice cracks. "All I can think about is Noah. Will he wake up? Will he even live?" Then suddenly, from Noah's personal effects bag, a sound breaks the silence, his phone ringing. Nick pulls it out, the caller ID flashes, Sienna Bacall. Nick answers cautiously, "This is Nick Newman." On the other end, Sienna frowns from the corner of a dim nightclub where strobe lights flash and the bass hums low. "I'm sorry, I was calling for Noah Newman." Nick's voice is tight. "Noah been in a very serious car accident. Who are you and how do you know my son?" Sienna's voice shifts, careful now. "I'm just a friend, tell him I hope he's okay." She hangs up before Nick can ask anything else. Nick stares at the phone. "That didn't feel right. There's something off here, Sharon, I can feel it." Meanwhile, at Chancellor Park, Nate jogs up the path and slows when he spots Audra Charles stretching near a bench. The morning sunlight filters through the trees, glinting off her sunglasses. Well, if it is Audra Charles, Nate says lightly. Audra smirks, trying to stay fit for those long hospital shifts. Before Nate can reply, Victor Newman arrives, dressed for a run but clearly distracted. Sorry, I can't do this today, she sighs. Nate frowns, why not? It's Noah, she says quietly. He's been in a car accident in Los Angeles. Audra's face falls, her facade cracking. Oh my God, is he okay? Nate glances at Victoria, then back to Audra. He's in an induced coma, they're giving his brain time to heal. Victoria nods. It doesn't sound good, Nate, can you get more information for me, privately? Audra's eyes flick between them, reading the unspoken words. She's being dismissed. Right, well, I'll maybe see you when I visit Amy. As she walks off, her expression hardens, but once she's out of view, the mask drops. She looks shaken and jealous. Back on the bench, Victoria sighs. This is bringing back too many memories, Cassie, Faith, even Cole in the hospital after the crash. Nate's expression softens. You've been through more than most people could bear, but you've also come out stronger each time. Victoria shakes her head. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes it feels like my family is cursed. The pain, the losses, they never stop. Her voice breaks and she stares at the ground. Then she catches herself. Listen to me going on and on about myself when you just lost Damien. I'm so sorry. Nate gives a small, comforting smile. Pain doesn't cancel out other pain. We all carry something. The trick is not to carry it alone. Victoria smiles faintly, wiping a tear. You always know what to say. A beat passes and then she teases. So, can we still keep our dinner date tonight? Nate chuckles softly. You're not getting rid of me that easily. Victoria grins, genuinely for the first time that day. Good, because your support has meant the world to me. Just then, Audra returns, pretending to have forgotten a shopping bag she left behind. She catches sight of them holding hands. Guess I interrupted something, she says with a brittle smile. Victoria waves her off politely and Audra walks away briskly, her jaw set. Outside the park, she stops by her car, her eyes glistening with frustration. He's mine, Victoria, she whispers under her breath. You'll see. Back at the hospital, Nick hugs Sharon tightly before she re-enters Noah's room. Talk to him, he murmurs. He needs to hear your voice. Inside, Sharon sits by Noah, bedside, stroking his hand. The steady beep of the monitor fills the air. Tears well in her eyes. You remember when you were little, Noah? You'd have those nightmares and I'd calm you down by saying the names of the states in alphabetical order. She takes a trembling breath. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. By the time she reaches California, her voice breaks. California, she whispers, her shoulders shaking. Why did you have to come here, baby? What were you doing on that road? She presses her forehead against his hand. You've got to get better. Allie needs you. We need you. Outside the room, Nick stands by the nurse's station, staring at Noah's phone. He mutters, password, password, and tries a few guesses until suddenly he's in. He scrolls through the messages, a series of texts from Sienna Bacall. Can't wait to see you again. There's something you need to know about Holden. Be careful, don't trust anyone from the club. If you're on your way, meet me behind the lounge, come alone. Nick's heart pounds. What the hell were you mixed up in, son? He dials Sienna's number again. This time she declines the call, straight to voicemail. Nick's jaw tightens. You're hiding something. Outside in the hospital parking lot, Detective Burrows is on the phone, but his tone is different now, colder. I spoke to the parents, he says quietly, told them what we agreed on, they bought it. I'll text you the father's number now. He hangs up, his expression unreadable. Back inside, Sharon is still at Noah, bedside, her voice soft but determined. Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, she continues, tears streaking her face. Nick steps in silently, watching her. The sight breaks him. He places a hand on her shoulder and whispers, we're going to find out who did this. She nods, her voice trembling. He can hear us, Nick, I know he can. The monitor continues its rhythmic beeping, steady but uncertain. And somewhere in the distance, Sienna Bacall sits in her darkened apartment, staring at her phone screen. On it, a text from an unknown number reads. They're asking questions, handle it. Sienna exhales shakily, her reflection staring back from the glass. What did you get yourself into, Noah Newman? End of episode. Next week on The Young and the Restless, Sharon receives a mysterious package tied to Noah's crash. Victoria confronts Audra after catching her spying on Nate. And Nick learns that the detective assigned to the case doesn't exist. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.